Hidden behind all that bureaucratic red tape is a massive, completely free trove of information just waiting to be uncovered. We're talking decades of history, property disputes, legal rulings, all available in seconds if you just know where to look. Welcome to This Explainer. Today, we're navigating the digital maze of Yakima County's public records. And whether you're a total novice looking into a family matter or you're already an experienced researcher, this step-by-step toolkit is going to turn you into a modern legal investigator. So let's just dive right in.
Okay, we have absolutely all been there, right? You're looking for a really simple court date or a public filing, and suddenly you hit a website demanding $40 for a quote-unquote premium background check. It is incredibly frustrating. But here's the secret. You do not have to pay those third-party sites. No way. I'm going to give you the keys to the official, free, online databases used by the state of Washington so you can find exactly what you need without spending a single dime.
So here's our roadmap for This Explainer. We're going to map out the courts, search the Odyssey portal, track down district and historical records, look at what you legally cannot see, and then wrap up with some troubleshooting. All right, Section 1. Mapping Yakima County courts, because every good investigator needs to understand the terrain first. So Washington's judicial architecture is actually bifurcated. Basically, it's split in two. You can't just look in one big bucket. In Yakima County, we're primarily dealing with two levels. First, you've got the Superior Court, which handles major civil and criminal cases. Their records, totally accessible online via the Odyssey portal. Then you have the District Court, which handles smaller claims and misdemeanors. Now, District Court records are not on that open portal. Getting them requires a manual request. Knowing which court handled the case is literally half the battle. Now, this is a super crucial tip. What does free actually mean in this context? Well, looking up the case index, the names, the dates, the docket entries, case numbers, that is completely free online. But if you want to download the actual scanned PDF documents over the internet from your couch, there are per-page fees. However, here's a pro tip for you. If you physically go to the Yakima County Clerk's office, you can view those scanned documents for free on their lobby kiosks. Moving right along to Section 2, searching the Odyssey portal. Okay, say hello to the Washington Court's Odyssey portal. This is your starting line. And the best part? You don't even need to register for an account to do a basic public search. Just look for the Smart Search icon, the one with the little magnifying glass. That is your gateway to the records. The process here is super simple, but formatting is everything. After you click Smart Search, you have to enter the party's name exactly like this. Last name, comma, first name. So, for example, Smith, John. If you just type John Smith, the system is going to get confused. Once you got the name in there, you just click that little I'm not a robot captcha box, you know the one, and hit submit. And boom, here is what your findings will look like. The portal neatly categorizes the whole shebang. It gives you the case number, the file date, the type of case, say a tax warrant or maybe a personal injury suit, and the location. If you click on that blue case number, it opens up the full public register of actions for that specific case. It really is incredibly intuitive once you kind of know what you're looking at. Now, tech isn't perfect, right? If you hit a snag, or actually, if you decide you want to set up a registered account for elevated access and you need to figure out the fee structure for downloading docs, you can just call the Yakima County Clerk's Portal support line directly at 509-574-1458. They are there to help you out. Section 3, District and Historical Records. What do we do when the case isn't in the portal? Like we talked about earlier, district court records are a whole different ballgame. You actually have to submit an administrative records request form. You can shoot this over via email, fax, mail, or by just walking into the courthouse in Yakima or Grandview. Now, to protect privacy, they do require a government-issued photo ID, and you have to provide either the specific case number or the defendant's full name and date of birth. It's a little bit more legwork, sure, but it ensures you get the exact files you're looking for. But hey, what if you're digging into history or genealogy? The Washington State Digital Archives is an absolute goldmine. You can search the Frontier Justice Collection for territorial district court cases all the way back to 1853. We are literally talking about the pioneers of Washington here. You can also find late 19th century militia lists and decades of recorded property agreements. It's just a fantastic resource for uncovering the really deep history of Yakima County. All right, Section 4, what you cannot see. Let's talk about the legal boundaries of your search. You're definitely going to run into the term sealed record. Basically, this means a judge said, nope, the actual documents are hidden from the public to protect the parties involved. But, and this is key, the index might still show that the case actually exists. You just can't open the folder to see what's inside.
And on top of that, Washington state law, specifically General Rule 22, automatically hides certain sensitive family and health records completely from public view. We're talking adoptions, mental illness commitments, drug treatment records, confidential name changes. They are strictly protected. In fact, the clerk's office won't even acknowledge an adoption case exists without a court order. Which makes total sense, right? These rules are there to protect the privacy of vulnerable people.
Okay, time for a little myth busting. A really common misconception is that using this portal is the same as an official criminal background check. It is absolutely not. While you can't see criminal case filings, the official state criminal history repository is kept by the Washington State Patrol. So, if you're an employer or a landlord and you need a certified background check, you have to order it through the WSP's watch system, not the court portal. Finally, Section 5, Troubleshooting and Disclaimers. Let's make sure you don't get stuck at the finish line.
Look, if you're searching for a lawsuit that was literally filed yesterday afternoon and it's missing, don't panic. The statewide system syncs up with the local Yakima County databases every 24 hours. Those updates usually finish up overnight, right around 3 a.m. So if a really recent filing isn't there, just check back the next morning. That brings us to a really important disclaimer, straight from the Yakima County Clerk's office. Everything we've covered today and everything you find on these portals is strictly legal information. It is not legal advice. Court clerks cannot give you legal advice, and obviously neither can this explainer. If you're dealing with a serious legal matter based on what you find, for sure consult with a qualified legal professional. Well, there you have it. We've mapped the courts, we've mastered the Odyssey portal, and we've learned how to track down district and historical records within the legal limits. You've got the tools now to bypass those silly paywalls and access the official system yourself. So, what will you uncover in the public record today? Happy searching, and thanks so much for joining me on this explainer.